Hello, I'm Claire Louise from BeHealing.com, and this is your pick a card read. This time it's a Your Next Steps reading. And so I'm going to go into your next 2 steps of what the universe requires from you in order to get what it is that you want in your life, whether you're looking for a new job, business success, money, a new relationship, whatever you want in your life, or many things that you want in your life. Your higher self knows which steps you need to take next, right? And so these readings, these pick a card readings, are going to your next 2 steps. And if you want to know all of your next 5 steps, then you can book in for the deeper dive read for each one of these. If you want, they're just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars for me, a written version of that, all 5 steps to send to you if you book in for one of those. And the weekend that I'm publishing this reading on YouTube, I've got private readings, your next steps readings going into your personal 5 next steps. And now half price. And so if you'd like to book in for one of those, they're 3 pages long. I get them, all of my readings out within 24 hours of you booking them. And as I said, it goes into your next 5 steps. So those action steps, whether it's inner action steps or outer action steps that you need to take in your life to get what it is that you want. They are 75 Australian dollars this weekend instead of 150, which is about 50 American instead of 100. So great time to book in for one of those. Pop a link for that up there and in the description box below. So which would you like? We've got step 1 and step 2 here, the cards of that, for the crystal. So is the crystal speaking out to you? We've got step 1 and step 2 for the flower here. This luscious flower, look at that. So juicy. Huge flower there. Is the flower speaking to you? Is it calling out to you? And we've got step 1 and step 2 for the shell as well. Is the shell speaking to you today? So which is it? Just take a deep breath, relax. Go with the first one that pops into your mind. The crystal, the flower, or the shell. You can watch more than one if you want. If 2 of them are calling out to you, then you're very welcome to do that. And so take your pick, and I'll put the timestamps in the description box below, and also in the comments below as well, so that you can fast forward ahead to your reading. The crystal, the flower, or the shell. I'll see you in the reading. Thank you so much for watching. So this is your reading for you crystal people. So let's pick out your cards. I'm going to go into your next 2 steps. And if you want the full 5, your next steps, then you can book in for that deeper dive read, and I'll send that to you. Links are in the description box below. There'll also be a link at the end of this reading popping up in the corner. So step 1, that's step 1, the Priestess. This is the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann. What's your step 2, crystal people? Feel free to fast forward through the shuffling part of it. I'm going to get cards out and then go into each one for you. If you like watching the shuffling, stick around for that. This one, step 2, 5 of Emotions. Don't read reversals, by the way, if you just notice me turn that over. Lightseer's deck. Let's get a card out for step 1. Your next step, what is it? What it's all about? It's about the Priestess, that's for sure. There we go. Ace of Pentacles, nice. Step 2. Step 2 for our crystals. This one. Well, how about that? It's the High Priestess. Step 1, step 2, very much linked here. Colette Baron Reid Spirit Animal deck. Step 1 for our crystal people. Lots of fun going on in the pool over there. Ooh, that's too many. Let's reel them all back in. Just 1 for step 1, please, guys. The crystal people. Oh, Cow Spirit. Oh, awesome. I like that. I've never seen that card before. I never pulled that one. It was the first for me. The Cow Spirit. But as a Taurus, I kind of like that. What about your step 2? Bat Spirit. The Bat. Colette Baron Reid's Wisdom of the Oracle deck next. What about step 1? That was fast. Poised. Step 2. Step 2 for our crystal people. What is step 2 from this Wisdom of the Oracle? Higher power, nice. Very much linked to that High Priestess card. This is Chris Ann's Work your light. Work your light deck. That's step 1. We got 2 out for that. Okay. Sisterhood of the Rose, and yes. Step 2. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. And this is, can't remember. All of the details of the decks are in the description box below. Abundance, nice. This is a new deck. I just got it yesterday. Just beginning to play with this one. I can't remember who made it now. But you will find the description, the details of this in the description box, links to purchase and stuff like that. Make it easy for you if you're interested in these cards. What about step 2 for our crystals? Whoop, that one. Freedom. Nice. And then finally, I'm going to use Lynn Bell's my little cards that I usually use in the self-guidance cards as well as all of these. But let's get one of these. This is the Wild Unknown Oracle. What about step 1 for our crystals? Don't want to go in. Sustainer. That one came out in the abundance readings, big card readings. Step 2, that's too many. Just one for step 2, please. Okay, 2. We've got the Mystic and the Tear. Oh, okay. Right, that's our cards. Let's get into it. So step 1 for you. First card out is the Priestess. So this is about tuning into yourself, your intuition. About the Ace of Pentacles too, so about moving forward with abundance. I'm just going to say what all these cards are to get me in the whatever, knowing what this is all about. We've got the Cow Spirit next. This is about miracles being endless, so no end to miracles. It cannot get too good. That's what I'm picking up from that. Then we've got the Poise, so you're ready for something, or you're getting ready for something. You've got Abundance, which is very much the Ace of Pentacles and the Cow Spirit too. Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher, right? And yes, saying yes. And a Sustainer, right? So what I'm getting from this, your step 1 is, it's about being a healer. It's about being a healer, or whether you're a reader or a healer or some kind of helper in some way. Whatever this service is that you do, it's got to do with your intuition. Right? It is for anyone, right? If anyone does anything great, then they're channeling it. It's not coming from them, it's coming through them, right? And so this goes for any kind of a service that you do, any kind of work that you do. It doesn't just have to be healers. But I am picking up a healing vibe from this, especially with this Sisterhood of the Rose. So what I'm getting from this, step 1, it's about abundance, and it's about being a healer, and it's about there's no end to the miracles. This step 1 is about removing yourself from the struggle and moving into the flow of abundance through being a healer, through your intuition. And what I'm getting from this is this Say Yes card here and this Sustainer card here. So the Sustainer, it's like somebody that's doing it all themselves, sustaining the energy themselves, they're holding it all up themselves. So if you find that you are doing like a lot of manifestation work and you're having to hold the energy all the time, and as soon as you get distracted from it, then your results go down, the miracles do end when you stop sustaining that energy, that you're not doing it right. Because it doesn't need to be that hard. It really doesn't need to be that hard. But we can make it that hard. We can make it hard, and we can make it us have to use a lot of effort, like a lot of effort to get things to manifest. And this is saying, no, you don't need to do that. You can be the High Priestess. You can use your intuition. You can get your higher self to lead you to the abundance that you want, and then say yes to it. Don't try and hold the energy yourself. Let it flow to you and receive this abundance that's coming in. And so it says that you're like almost ready for this Poise card. You're almost ready for it. Step 1 is about opening up to abundance and opening up to it being easy to come to you through using your gifts of intuition, knowing that the abundance comes from source. Yes, it comes through people, through certain things that you do, but it comes from source, and source wants to give it to you. But you don't need to work so hard for it. And by working so hard for it, I'm not picking up that you guys are working really hard, toiling kind of thing for it. I'm picking up that you're trying to sustain the energy of it. And so when you manifest, this is like someone thinking that they need to focus constantly on their financial goals or something, because the moment that they take their eye off it, then they don't receive any more money, right? That's making it hard. Money can flow all the time. It can flow when you're not focused on it, when you're having a good time, when you're taking a break, when you're resting, all of that. And so this is the energy that I'm picking up for you, crystals, is that step one is about letting go of that, thinking that you need to be the sustainer, the one that's holding all of the energy. Give that to the universe, because that's the universe's job, not yours. And then get ready to say yes to everything that comes in, knowing that you can have it easy. It can flow from the universe. So this is very much an internal step of opening up to abundance, getting your head straight with it, knowing that it comes from the universe. It just comes through other people. It comes through the things that you do. Yeah, you do need to offer action, but it doesn't need to be that hard, especially if you're using your intuition. And so there's an element here of opening up to what your true gifts are, so that you can get that true abundance. The abundance here, the abundance card. Instead of trying to hold the whole world in your hands there, look at that, the sustainer, exhausting. You don't need to do that. Don't need to do that. So let's get on to step two. We've got the 5 of emotions, frosty heart here, a little bit closed down, or maybe a lot closed down with your emotions. High priestess again. We've got Anna, the grandmother of Jesus. She says, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Right? Bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. We've got higher power, freedom, the mystic, very similar to the high priestess there. Higher power, high priestess, let's put those together. And then the tear, which pretty similar to the 5 of emotions there. Right, I'm going to just move these around because it makes more sense to me like that. We've got these 3 together, we've got this one, right? So what this is saying is that you're in a closed off emotional state at the moment, this 5 of emotions, kind of frosty-hearted, hard-hearted, closed-hearted, not really open. Life has hardened you kind of thing. And step 2 is all about, again, tapping into that intuition of the high priestess, tapping into your higher power, and being that mystic that you are, that everybody is, because everyone's got a higher self, and everyone's higher self is trying to guide them forward. So that's the key to it. That's the foundation of it, of this step 2, is getting on with following that path that your higher self leads you on. And that's like signs and synchronicities. That's using your intuition, very much the high priestess energy there. But what's blocking you from that is this 5 of emotions, and it's to do with freedom and the tear. It's emotional stuff that's standing in the way, and so you're not opening up as much as you could do because of these emotional blocks that are in the way. It's keeping you from freedom. It's kind of a bind, and it's emotional. It's like fears born of experiences that you've had in the past that have caused harm to you. Let's say that as it is. It's caused harm to you, emotional harm to you, and caused you to close down. So there's a fear stopping you from opening up to this path. A rebirth is assured here, and it's part of the divine plan. And so what this is saying to me is, even the blocks, even the emotional blocks, even the pain that you've been through that's caused these tears and caused your heart to close, it's all leading to your freedom. Even that is part of the divine plan, because whenever we go through a challenge like that or some kind of pain, it's actually something that we've chosen, and we've chosen it so that we move forward in a bigger way in our lives. Yeah, you'll notice the people that have the best lives, the people that do the biggest things, are the people that have the biggest challenges. We choose our challenges for a purpose, and whatever challenge that you've chosen, it's so that you can have that fire in your heart, that passion in your heart to want much, much better than before. So it's all part of the divine plan, even the blocks is part of the divine plan. And so relax with that. because you need to be relaxed to get in touch with your higher self and to follow that path. You know, an unrelaxed person, a person that's stressed out and closed up, isn't going to get in touch with the higher selves. They aren't going to act on those signs and synchronicities, right? Because they're going to be fearful and trying to protect themselves. So you need to open up to your higher power, be that mystic that you are. However, you get your guidance, you know, it could be through readings. I get mine kind of through readings, my guidance, but also my emotional guidance as well. So how I'm feeling, I choose things that feel best to me. You might read books, you might do religious stuff, you know, you might notice signs and numbers and things like that. However it is that you tap in and you get that guidance, that confirmation. You know, I had a friend who used to hear beeping of a horn. Like if something was right, that would be a confirmation. A car would beep its horn or something to give a confirmation. Sometimes it comes through nature as well. So whatever your divination choice, however it is that you get your signs and signals, synchronicities and all of that that lead you forward, you need to tap into that and let your way be right. Like not everyone needs to do it through cards, right? And do it the way, like I'm an intuitive reader, and so I kind of get those messages put straight into my mind and can interpret the energies. Sometimes I'm visual as well, clairvoyant. You might have that stuff going on too, but the point is you've got to open up to the gifts in your way. And I'm hearing that some of you are making it wrong, your way. They're making your way wrong, as if you would like to do it the way that I do it, for example, instead of the way that you do it. But we all do it differently, right? And so you just need to trust yourself and be that mystic that you are, your own version of the mystic. Whether it's your connection is through nature, through numbers, through cards, through crystals, through whatever it is, it's right for you. Through numbers. I'm hearing for a lot of you it's through numbers. So we got this Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Seeing the light, laying foundations, divine plan. This is what it's about, see? It's a divine plan. Even this block is a divine plan. It's a divine plan to put you on your path and to lay the right foundations too. So the right foundations being the person, you, crystal person, that can be really clear on your path and how you hear your guidance, how you follow your guidance. Because when that foundation is laid, your transformation, a rebirth is assured. So this new beginning is assured once you get this foundation laid. And it's inner foundation, of course, it's an inner foundation. This frostiness of your heart and these tears, this pain that's gone on in the past is actually vital to this path. And to this step especially, it's vital. And so don't feel bad that you've got that block kind of thing, because it is actually leading to your freedom. You chose that block so that you can get these foundations right. If you think about it, if life was too easy, we would never have any need for spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakenings don't happen when things are all peachy, rosy, do they? It happens when we have these crashes and these challenges. And so if you didn't have this pain, you wouldn't have this need or this desire to follow a new path, to find something new. I'm just noticing here this high priestess, she's got, I'll hold it closer to the camera there. She's got her eyes closed, but if you look closely, they're open. They're closed, but they're open. So she's beginning, she's got a third eye glowing there as well. She's beginning to see. She's beginning to see the signs. She's beginning to get on board with that, yeah? It's very much beginnings, this. So step 2, yeah, the beginnings. Let's get a bit of clarity through Lynn Bell's Inner Self-Guidance cards. Step 1 first. Step 1's all about abundance. You've got to be open to abundance. You've got to believe in yourself and decide what it is that you want. Decide the abundance that you want. Decide what you want in your life for you. A house, a car, whatever it is, you decide on that abundance. None of it is off limits. Remember, the miracles are endless. There's no end to how good it can be. And you're allowed to have good things in your life. You're allowed to have the best things in your life. And so believe in yourself and decide what you want. The universe is never saying anything is off limits. If you want it, you can have it. You just need to decide. And so let go of any of this incorrect belief that it's wrong to want things and that it's wrong to have material possessions and it's wrong to want material possessions. It's not at all. Human beings created all of that stuff through coming from source, through ideas from source. So none of it is bad at all, and the universe certainly isn't judging you for anything that you want. Also, get support and own my idea too. And so these ideas that are going to bring the abundance that you've got, this that you're ready to say yes to through your gifts, through your feminine gifts too. This is showing me. When you own that idea, you can get people to help you. That's how the abundance is going to come through. You open to receive not just the abundance, but help from other people to get that abundance too. This is people helping you. This is contributors. Yeah, people that want to help you. Collaborations, that kind of thing. So be open to that support. It's part of the receiving too. So step one is pretty much receive abundance, want abundance for yourself. Stop trying to hold the energy yourself, and use those gifts that you have to receive the abundance that you want, because you are a valid human being and you deserve abundance. Step two, let's get some clarification for step two. It's rebirth. Yeah. You've got patience and appreciate self here, crystal people. And so, as I said, this block is a divine block. You chose it for a reason. You chose this plane path for a reason, to open you up, to lay these solid foundations so that you've got very good reason to tune into your higher self. Have patience with that and appreciate yourself along the way. The path is your unfolding. It is your growth. It is like, you're the important thing here, not what you're going to do with it, not what you're going to do for other people. You are the most important thing in your life. It's all about you. It's all about your growth. It always was. So have patience with yourself. It's for you. Remember, it's for you. Wow. And then you've got double success. So this is leading this foundation, this spiritual foundation of you being able to tap into your gifts, your higher self in your way, your mystical gifts in your way. And get that guidance in your way. That's going to be the key to it. That's going to be your solid foundation. Then you can apply that every day and then follow your path forward, so that you don't need to use readings like this, right? So that you're really keyed in. Or maybe readings is part of it too. It could be part of your way. It could be the way that you get signs. I often get signs through readings. I mean, that's what I do. I get my signs through readings. I get the confirmation so that you get that that security to move forward, so you could receive, your way could be like receiving a sign and then you asking for confirmation, and seeing a reading like this, getting confirmation and saying, right, thank you. Yeah, it's all going to lead to your success, not just success, like massive success. This is the path to abundance, crystals. So if you want the next 3 steps, then I'll pop a link for that up there. Booking for that deeper dive, it's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 Australian. If this is speaking to you, I'll put these 2 steps in there as well again, and then your next 3 steps after that. So yeah, booking for that and I'll send that to you. Thank you so much for watching, crystal people, and I'll see you next time. Have a great week. So hello, flower people, well done for choosing flower. I'm going to go into your next 2 steps, and if you want the other 3, if you want all 5, then book in for the deeper dive reading. Details of that are in the description box below. So this is step 1 for you guys. Got a couple of cards out already. 7 of Inspiration and the Ace of Voices. Step 2, if you want to fast forward through me shuffling the cards and picking them out, you're welcome to do that. Sometimes I do get messages while I'm doing this though, so you might want to stick around and watch it. It's up to you, totally up to you. Step 2 from the Muse Tarot here. Let's get a card out for step 2. Feel free to watch the others as well. If you got attracted to the crystal, the 10 of Voices. Ooh. For step 2. Light Seers Tarot. Let's get a card out for step 1 here. So remember, these are the steps. It could be inner steps, could be outer steps. Tends to be inner steps because that's the way my guides work through me, to help you guys to do the inner work, the healings, get aligned, get ready for what it is that you want. Temperance. The Temperance in step 1. Okay. Step 2. So I'll just take the jumpers from the pack. So wait for a card to flip itself out like that. The Wheel. Oh, wow. I like this. I like this step 2 energy. It's cool. I can't remember who made this deck. This is a new one. I got this one yesterday. All the details of the decks that I'm using, though, they're in the description box. So if you're attracted to any of these cards, then have a look down there in the description box for what they are. That's step 1. Love. Ooh. Step 2. Step 2 for our flowers. Action. Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. Step 2. I like that. I really do like that energy. You got wheel and action. You got 10 of voices. So there's something really good there. Something that seems bad, but it's moving you really positive, really in a positive direction. Colette Baron reads Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Let's get one out for step 1. So kids playing in the pool today. Nice holiday vibes going on. I did wait for an hour, thinking that they may be done before I did these, but no. They're going to be in here for hours, I'm sure. They're having a great time of it. Step 1, there we go. Observer. Oh, okay. Step 2. Step 2 from Colette Baron reads, oh, blast. This is Colette Baron reads Spirit Animal deck. Canary Spirit, nice. Step 1. Step 2. There's a lot of water flinging going on. Maybe you can see a little bit in the background. Oh no, you can't really see the pool area that much when I've shown you the table full of cards here. Oh, we've got Cat Spirit for step 2 there. Flowers. Flowers. Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light. Step 1, Dance with Life. Nice. Step 2, Don't dim to fit in. And then the Wild Unknown Archetypes. Let's get a card or 2 out for step 1. I thought it was going to be 2. For some reason, I thought it was going to be 2. You've got the Queen and the Nectar. Wow. And let's get maybe a couple out. Yes, no, 3 for step 2. Ah, it's that way around. Right, okay. I'm going to clarify all of these with Lynn Bard and a self-guidance clause, but let me just go through these and get an idea of what the step is. So first of all, we've got 7 of Inspiration. Look at her there. She looks like she's taking a bow. She's opening those curtains up. It's like she's center stage, opening those curtains up, taking a bow, and the light is coming through, and all those colors are coming through out of the darkness. I love that. 7 of Inspiration, coming into her own light there. Ace of Voices, look at that. The Wisdom of the Owl, the wisdom coming out of her third eye there. Rainbows, rainbow hair. A big light shining into her mind there. And a light coming out of her throat too. So this is very much about speaking the wisdom, communication of your wisdom. Being center stage, communication of your wisdom. Got Temperance, which is a balance. It's a balance. It's patience too. Patience with that balance. This guy, he's got the moon in one hand, he's got the sun in the other hand, and he's got angel wings behind him too. So there's a very spiritual connection to all of this. Speaking your truth, speaking your wisdom, and taking center stage, but having patience with that. We've got Love here, which is very interesting to me. And we've got the Observer as well. Taking it all in. One of those kind of people that sits back and observes everything and gets to know people's energy before you move on in there. Me too. And then we've got Canary Spirit, sing your own song. So very much about you singing, Ace of Voices, singing your own song. I'm going to put that in there. You've also got Dance with Life as well. Do something to change your energy. Physical stuff to change your energy. So this is saying like don't just like spend all of your time in meditation doing the spiritual work and stuff like that. Actually get into action. Dance around, jump up and down, do Muay Thai training, change your energy. You've got the Queen and the Nectar here. The Queen, of course, Queen energy, standing up, center stage, very, very similar to this card. Let's put that there. And the Nectar as well, it's just about receiving the nectar, the gifts of God, the gifts of the gods, receiving. I'm going to stick that, I'll put those like this. Yeah, okay, so step one. It's all about taking center stage and being willing to take center stage and speak your wisdom now. I'm very much feeling from this, you've been the observer for a while and you've been very patient with your path. And now it's time to kind of step up center stage and be heard and speak, speak out, use your voice, speak out like that. The time of waiting is over, which might sound like music to your ears, but it also might seem really fearful too, because you're going to take center stage, or this is what it's asking you to do. Step one is about taking center stage. It's about revealing yourself, putting yourself out there, maybe starting up a YouTube channel to speak your truth, or opening up a shop or something like that. It's about the start of things. It's starting something off, getting center stage there, putting yourself out there, being heard. And it's your love energy that you're putting out there too. There's two elements of this, this could be about your work and speaking your truth, but this could also be about a relationship too. It's actually speaking your feelings out. It's actually going center stage now and standing up for what it is that you want in a relationship and speaking out your feelings and your needs in a relationship as well. Just being the queen and owning it. Being the queen and owning and just like saying what it is that you want, what it is that you want from a relationship or what it is that you want from the world. And it might not seem like it's something that you need to ask for from the world, because you might think that you're here to give stuff to the world. But no, you're here to ask for stuff from the world too. So how you want the world to change, this is just for some of you, right? This is for your work. It's how you want the world to change and you speaking out about that, of what you want from the world. Very specific for some of you. So that would be like me doing my readings and then, giving you this advice and saying, oh, I wish the whole world would get this, would kind of understand this and do this, and the world would be a better place. It's that kind of thing. Asking for what you want from the world. And yeah, Ace of Voices. Revealing your wisdom, speaking out your wisdom, singing your own songs and doing it in your own way, the canary spirit there. It's going to lead you to the gifts of the gods here. The nectar you're going to receive from it. Receive those things that you want from it, The love that you want, the recognition that you want, the abundance that you want, it's all going to come through that. So it's time to reveal yourself. This is very much the past energy. Temperance. You've been very patient while you've been observing. It's like you've collected all the data and now you're ready with some kind of a message. And it doesn't have to be fully formed. Like, you don't have to fully put it out there, but you've got some kind of a message. And this, from when you're transitioning from this very patient state to a speaking out there, center stage kind of state, it's good to dance with the energy, dance with life, it says. So changing your energy. So doing something physical to change your energy, to put yourself out there. So if you're lacking in the courage to actually do this, then do that. Start dancing around, put some empowered music on to give you that courage. So it's time to step up and put yourself out there. You need to support yourself in doing that in any way that you can to change your state, to give you that confidence, the confidence to be able to put yourself out there and speak your love, speak what's in your heart out into the world, especially what you want from the world as well. So that's step one. Step two starts with the Ten of Voices here. This is the Ten of Swords, not a very good energy. It's like the completion of pain. That's what it is. It's the end of pain and letting it go, letting it be completed, actually, letting it be the end of it, which is kind of good, because I'm placing it together here with the Blast card, and that's because this is so similar to Crystal's step two, by the way. This is because the pain that you've been through, it is actually a blessing. It's our challenges and stuff, we choose them because of what we'll learn from it, and because it will project us forward to something much better in our lives. So it's actually a blessing, the pain that you've been through. Maybe you need time to see that, but just know for now that it is a blessing. Especially orphan. We got the orphan card with this, and so feeling left out, feeling like the black sheep, feeling like you're orphaned, feeling like that You've been abandoned by your people, by your tribe, or you can't find your tribe, something like that. There's something about pain here involved in that you've been through. But it's time for that to be over now and see it as the blessing that it is, because it's actually leading you forward to finding something much better, right? It's like I've had this. I've had this kind of energy too. And now look at me. I'm living in Thailand in a culture that is just so amazing for me. So amazing. There's no way, if I hadn't have had those challenges, that I would have sought out a culture like this to live in and learn so much from it. There's just no way that I would have done it, because I would have been kind of satisfied with what I'd got. Yeah, I had to have like a really difficult start to even want to experience this loving and giving and caring and this culture that we have in Thailand. It's amazing. And so you chose that pain for a reason, this orphan thing, and it is a blessing. Now let's move on to what's next here. You got the wheel, so you got movement. This ending of the Ten of Voices, the ending of the pain when you see the blessing in it. You don't even need to know what the blessing is, but that's what gets the wheels of the universe in motion. It starts moving around and it's moving you toward your freedom, claiming your independence from it now. There's something beyond it. There's something beyond the pain. So if you've been finding that you've been defining yourself as a healer, or kind of emotionally attached to the pain, and your people are all the orphaned ones, or all the healers, or all the damaged ones, all the sensitive ones, and that. This is saying, like, there is something beyond that. There's something beyond living in the hospital kind of thing. You can heal yourself and then move beyond that. There's something much better beyond that. And you're being actually moved to that now. A more independent state. Not just independent. I mean, cats are independent, right? And they don't take any shit off anyone. They've got really strong boundaries. Like, they want love until they don't want it anymore. And it's okay to be like that. And like, this is asking you to embody that energy. Bring out your warrior, your inner warrior. I can highly recommend doing Muay Thai training. It brings out that inner warrior. It really empowers you, and it gets you independent so that you can look after yourself, which is a great thing, especially for women. In fact, for everybody. For everybody. There was a teenage boy that was staying here, and he was doing Muay Thai training, and he went to a club here, and the bouncer actually punched him, and so he defended himself using Muay Thai. And the police were the police were watching on, and the police could see that he was trained because he was doing the moves right, and see that he was defending himself with it. And the police just acknowledged him for it, and didn't intervene and let it sort itself out. And of course, the bouncer backed off when he realized it wasn't just a normal kind of teenager that was dealing with here, it was a trained one. And so that inner warrior, your inner warrior, you being empowered, you being able to stand up for yourself, not being like the victim, or this one, not being the victim and the orphan anymore, but being able to stand up for yourself and look after yourself. That's the warrior. You're being called into independence. That's the way that the wheel's turning now. Taking action. I'm picking up, this is taking action for yourself. It's like you standing up saying, right, no more victim anymore, no more unhealed. I'm going to stand in my power, and I'm going to make something of my life and get something for myself. I'm going to buy a house for myself. I'm going to get the money together to do that. I deserve to have a house. I deserve to have good things. Next up, you've got don't dim to fit in. Are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And this is what I'm feeling like, is that you're transitioning from this pain, being orphaned, hanging around with kind of very sensitive healers that are triggered by everything, and they're not standing in their power, and it's breaking free from that, because that is dim light. That's not a light worker. That's someone that's damaged, that needs to heal themselves so that they can start shining their light. It's an important stage. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. There's not anything wrong with it. We've all been there. But this step 2, it's your invitation to break free of that now and actually heal yourself. So don't dim your light to fit in. There is a tribe beyond this. And this is what you've got with it, the lover. This is the lover of life, actually loving life in all of its glory. In all of its glory, not just loving the pain, the healers, the empathic ones, the damaged ones, Not just loving that part of it, but loving everything that's here on this planet, everything being all encompassed, and actually being the lover. And this is amazing. This is really amazing energy, because when you get into that, the universe is going to love you too. I mean, when you're loving the whole of the universe, because you're seeing the perfection in all of it, this is how you're going to feel. So this step 2 is a really important step. It's like you're on this pivotal point now of going from pain, from wounded healer, to the warrior, taking action on towards your life, and then you turn into the lover, the true light worker, right? So let's get some cards. So taking center stage first, I feel like it's a rite of passage, step 1. You know, speaking your truth first from what you've learned. It's like this is part of step 2, isn't it? It's the ending, it's a conclusion. Speaking your pain out, maybe. Yeah. You've got transformation to be quiet, keep quiet, be still, keep quiet. Transformation. So you're transforming from this quiet one, the one that doesn't stand up for themselves, the one that doesn't speak up for themselves, in transforming to follow my knowing and travel. So using your intuition to speak out, and it's going to take you places. It's going to take you new places. So step 1 is very much shifting your energy from the observer, the quiet one, to the queen. To the queen, and speaking out your truth. Step 2 is letting go of the pain of the past, letting the universe take you into a new direction. I think it's been calling you to this warrior, to this empowerment. I think empowerment has been calling you for a while, and to take action on that, take action for your life, start really loving your life, make peace with your life, and believe in yourself. So that, as I said, coming out of the healing phase, which is like living in a hospital, to realizing that you're healed and going out in the world and enjoying it all. So being at peace with yourself, the process that you've been through, the trials and tribulations that you actually chose, because you did at a spiritual level, for good reason. And then you've got grace and compassion. And so when you're getting into this state of grace, grace is abundance, right? It's signs, synchronicities, it's everything working out for you, it's luck, it's just, the flow of abundance. When you get into that, your compassion is going to be so much greater too. You're not going to just be compassionate to a certain number of people. Yeah. A certain number of wounded people that you have, like wound mates, similar wounds to you. You're going to be compassionate to the whole world, and including yourself too. Really, truly being a lover. I don't feel like you've experienced this state yet, but it's all encompassing, and it's unconditional love. And as I said, I was picking up for some of you that this step 1, revealing your truth, speaking your truth, singing your own song, it could, and because you got the love card here, it could be in a relationship, speaking your truth, asking for what you want. And then step 2 is the step, you empowering yourself. It's the step to actually bringing in that true lover, your true person, your true soulmate, your twin flame. Wow. Seems amazing to me. I like that energy. I hope you like that energy too, flowers. If you do want all 5 steps, so I'll go into this again, into step 2 again, and your next 3 steps on top of that, step 3, step 4, step 5, then book in for that deeper dive. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars. I'll send that right to you. It's a written format, and I'll pop a link for that up there. So thank you so much for watching, flowers. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye. So if you chose the shell, then this is your reading. I'm going to go into your first 2 steps. And then if you want, that was just me being messy. If you want your first 5 steps, then you can book in for that deeper dive read for all 5 steps. But here is the first 2 steps. So that's step 1, or tarot card for step 1. This is the Muse Tarot. All these decks that I'm using, the details of them are in the description box below. That's the 4 of Inspiration for step 2. This is Light Seers Tarot deck by Chris Ann. Being a bit dropsy. So step 1, what's step 1 for our shell people? Apart from the 9 of Emotions. Ooh. Step 1, the shells. So if you want to fast forward through the me picking the cards out, you've got 2 cards there. You're welcome to do that. Sometimes get messages through as I'm picking them out. So you got the Chariot. You got Strength as well. 2 major arcanas there. What about step 2? That card seems to want to come out. I know what it is. Let's see if it comes out again. I take the jumpers. I try not to pick them out. Sometimes if a card just like sticks out, I can tell. It's like it's yelling at me. Sometimes it doesn't just flip over, it doesn't fly out, it throw itself on the floor. Sometimes it just goes, me, pick me, pick me. Card for step 2, or a couple of cards for step 2. Let's see what we've got for step 2, along with the 4 of Inspiration now. Nice energy, 4 of Inspiration. It was the Moon that wanted to come out before, but let's see if it comes out again. No, it's the Ace of Wands that's come out. Ace of Wands there. Okay, one of these. Diana Cooper, I think these cards are from. Just got them. Oh, you got the Wonders card. Beautiful colours there. What about step 2? That's too many. Step 2. There we go. Focus. Ace of Wands and Focus. Interesting. Colette Baron reads Wisdom of the Oracle. Let's get a card for step 1. Yin. Receptive energy there. And step 2. Woo. Flew. Flying again. Go the distance. Oh, nice. I like that. These are Colette Baron Reid's Spirit Animal. Let's get one for step 1. For shell people, step 1. This one. Beaver Spirit. Oh, and Squirrel wanted to come out as well. Hey, dog. I'll take the dog. Yeah, I'm seeing this clearly. This step 2. Skunk Spirit there as well. Wow, this seems like it's a relationship reading to me. Or, yeah, the steps seem to be very much connected with relationships. Let's get one of these. These are Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light. Let's get one of these out for step 1. Soul Family, beautiful. Oh, yeah. Step 2, Star Mother. And Archetypes. World Unknown Archetypes for step 1. You've got 2. You've got the Mother. Interesting, because you've got Mother in there too. And the Mirror. Step 2. I always want to call these Raw instead of Wild. I don't know why. You got the Temple, and you got Apocalypsis. Right. Don't know that card. That's the first time I've drawn that one. So let's just get into this shell. Step 1. I'm just going to go through them all and then get a picture of what your step 1 is from that as we go. So we start off with the 9 of Emotions. This is the 9 of Cups. Now, what I'm picking up from this is a kind of waiting energy, an emotional waiting energy. Like, as I said, I'm picking up a very strong relationship vibe from both of these steps. So you shell people, you could be single, looking for a relationship, wanting that deep love. She's swimming there. She's swimming in her emotions. But 9, it's about wish fulfillment. It's about getting what you want. And emotionally what you want. It's kind of you're in this swimmy phase, feeling very emotional, wanting a new relationship, something like that. Wanting a new relationship to come in fast, the Chariot. Just like you're really wanting it to happen now. It's like you're on the edge of this cliff. You're still in your emotions though. You're on the edge of this cliff, wanting it to happen fast. But are you strong enough for it to happen fast? Let's see. Are you strong enough for it to happen fast? You've got Wonders here. So this is like you being open to the wonders of the world, to energy, to receiving, that kind of thing, to receiving, because then you've got the yin card, which is all about receiving, allowing yourself to receive. And the beaver spirit says, lay a solid foundation. That means take things slowly. This is you getting ready for a relationship. The squirrel spirit says, believe in yourself. And then you've got soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. This is calling in your person, calling in your soulmate. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone, but there are some things to put into place first. You've got the mother and you've got the mirror, right? And so this mother energy, there's positive and negative expression of everything, right? You know what the negative expression of the mother is? It's like smother instead, isn't it? You know, doing everything, disempowering people by doing everything from them. You got the mirror alongside of this as well, so it being mirrored to you. Somebody's doing something to you that you're doing to other people, and you don't like it when it's done to you. It's something to do with smothering. Mothering, the negative expression of mothering. And you've got mirrors around you doing that thing. Step one is telling me that you're very close to being ready for a relationship. You feel like you are ready for a relationship. You want it to rush in now. But there's some strengths that you've got to tap into to be actually ready for that. Being open to the wonders of the world, being able to actually receive them, to receive what you want, rather than being blocked off to it. Laying a solid foundation, so taking it slowly and believing in yourself. Taking like solid foundations for relationships is about taking it very slowly, even in your getting ready for it as well, for you being truly ready for it. Have you ever been like thinking that you're ready for something, and then maybe a year or two later when it actually comes in, you look back and like, wow, I'm glad I didn't get it when I asked for it 2 years ago, because there was no way I was ready. It's like that. You're going to look back at this time knowing that you aren't really ready, but you're so close. You're so close to being ready, and you do deserve that special person coming in, that special relationship coming in. So what is it that you need to do then to get these foundations, these slow foundations, to be ready for this relationship? This is part of it. So step one is seeing this mirror, this mother thing, the negative side of mothering. The universe will not let you get your soulmate relationship. It won't let you wreck it if you've got something like this going on. If you've got something that's really dysfunctional relationship-wise going on inside of you, it's not going to let you get into that relationship, because it's not going to let you mess it up, right? And you, at the moment you would. And so you need to tap into your strength, using your strength for your own life instead of trying to do things for other people. The mirror card is here saying that other people have done this to you, have done the negative expression of the mothering to you, and it doesn't feel nice. It doesn't feel nice. It feels disempowering. It feels smothering. It feels like controlling. It feels, well, yeah, to me, when people do that, it just feels like it's none of their business. Like, my life is none of their business. Like, why are they interfering? It's not their life. I'm good with my life. I'm in control of my life. So just look at how you're doing that. Now, you've got this receptive energy going on here. So this is another part of it too, opening yourself up to receive. So maybe you've not been that great at receiving, and you need to actually open up and allow people to do things for you. So maybe you're in this mothering energy, you like to do stuff for other people. You've got to start receiving, you know? Got to start receiving. This soul family, get the right people in. Start receiving from the right people. It's horrible trying to receive from the wrong people, to those that can't, those that don't have it within them. But so many of us will go to the wrong people to try and receive what it is that we want. So don't do that. Believe in yourself. You deserve this relationship that you want. But step one is releasing this negative expression of the mother, and then opening up to receive. And then your relationship can come storming on in there fast, because you believe you're ready for it. So that's step one. Step two, you've got four of inspiration, which is the Four of Wands. It's like a marriage. It's like a celebration. It's this. You got the Ace of Wands. That's also in this Muse tarot. You've got four women sat around in a circle, so it's not just like marriage and celebration. It's also a soul tribe as well. So this might not be about romantic relationships for all of you. It might be about your tribe, like finding your true tribe as well. But I'm feeling like it's a relationship for a lot of you. You've got the Ace of Wands. You've dreamed something up and you've got to focus on it. got to focus on it. I thought we had, yeah, the next card out is focus too. These are so similar, these energies. The Ace of Wands, it's like really passionate focus on something. This feels like you're focused on like this relationship of your dreams, a relationship that is solid, a really solid foundation, someone that you could marry. You've really focused on that in a passionate way, what you want in a relationship now. A lot of focus there. Go the distance. So be in it for the long term. Don't go rushing into a relationship. Take it slowly. Take it slowly. Be loyal. The dog spirit here says be loyal to what you love, right? Loyalty to what you love. This is like starting off with a friendship, taking it slowly, really respecting them. If you've got a loyal heart like the dog, you're going to respect them enough to take it slowly. You're going to respect yourself enough to take it slowly, right? You've got to know your worth. Know your worth to go the distance, not just a quickie, not just a quickie relationship. You deserve everything, and you know it. Like I feel like you've been focused on that. So if you've been focused on that, wait for it to show up, and then when it shows up, take your time with it. Take your time with it and honor it. It feels like it's showing up to me. It does feel like it's showing up to me. Step 2 here, you've got Star Mother. How can you mother yourself, right? Remember the negative expression of the mother here. It's you that you want to mother, really. You want to mother yourself. You want to really look after yourself to the best of your ability. That's the positive expression of it. And then when you're doing that, other people might come along for mothering too, but then it'll be a healthy expression of it. You won't be you pushing it on them. You know, it's very much like the healer pushing their healing stuff onto people. It's judgment when you do that. Instead of just waiting for people to ask for your help as a healer, then that's not judgment. Then you're doing a good job. But, you know, I think all healers go through that stage where they just want to help everyone, and then they try and tell people that they've got an issue and that they can help them with that. Well, that's just plain judgment. And same with mothering too. It's mothering when you try and push it onto people. But if you're looking after yourself, if you're mothering yourself, if you are looking after your inner child, if you're being that empowered mother to yourself, then you're going to feel full. You're not going to want to do it for anyone else. But when people show up for you to mother them, you'll absolutely do it when they ask you for that energy. And so it's all about you, the temple, the inner temple. This is you being integral in yourself, your inner temple, your heart. Apocalypse. I'm not sure what this one is. Let me just tune into it. There's a bit of fire energy here. An eye in the middle. The apocalypse. Things being broken apart. Things being broken apart. Yeah. I mean, this step, it feels very much like that relationship is coming in. Well, the start of it, you've got to take it very slowly. It might not feel like the start of it. It might feel like it hasn't started yet. It's going that slowly. That's what it feels like to me. You've been focused on it, but you've got to go the distance. You've been told to slow down here. I'm surprised we haven't got temperance out. Be really loyal to what it is that you want. Don't choose anything else. Don't back down. Don't settle. Just keep on going for what you want. It's showing up. It is showing up, but you're going to have to be really self-loving at the moment. This is self-love, mothering yourself in the temple. Otherwise, it's going to break apart. That's what I'm getting here. Otherwise, it's going to break apart. So if you're not doing all of these things in step 2, this is what's gone before, right? This is your past kind of thing. You've been focused. You've been really focused on that relationship that you want, the one that can go the distance, the passionate one. You've been really focused on that. The universe is like, okay, but this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to know your worth, know that you deserve that, wait for it. Go the distance, be in it for the long haul, not just the settling for whatever you can get in the short term, and not the trying to rush into someone that could be long term that comes in. Being loyal to your heart, to their heart, to your heart, and going that distance. Self-love is the key to it. You're going to have to do it before you get into this relationship. You're going to have to do it within the relationship. Use that mothering energy on yourself so that you don't try and push it onto them. Because if you do, it's all going to fall apart again. You're going to be at step 1, starting this whole process again. Interesting. Let's get some clarification for step 1. Oh, I'm excited to find out what step 3, step 4, step 5 is. Are you? because this is the path to an amazing relationship. This is like how to get your soulmate. The deeper dive for shells, or how to get your soulmate. You know, step one was all about in your emotions and receiving, opening up to receiving, instead of trying to give all the time in a dysfunctional way, like the mother. You've got feel it and innocent here. Feel it and innocent. You're not here to just look after everyone else. That's not your job. You're here to have an amazing life for you, for yourself. You've got equal rights to everyone else. You're equally loved by the universe as everyone else is on this planet. And so honor yourself. Honor yourself in that. And you've got to face the situation and relax as well. Not trying so hard. Not trying to use your strength for this. Just slowing down and allowing yourself to receive it. Allow the universe to bring it in. You see, I feel like this mothering energy is you trying to be loving, to prove that you deserve this relationship that you want. You don't need to do that. Just relax. The universe wants you to have what you want anyway. You don't have to prove it. And especially not with dysfunctional energy. Very interesting. And that squirrel spirit was just calling out to me then. Squirrels are running around on the roof here this morning like crazy. Yeah, but that says believe in yourself. And so if you believe in yourself, you relax, right? If you don't believe in yourself, you like end up working 24 hours a day and not quitting. If you allow yourself to relax, it's because you believe in yourself, because you believe that your health, your well-being, your emotional well-being is important, and so you relax. Step one, relax. It will come. Step two, going the distance. Going the distance with this relationship, being in it for the long haul, slowly, slowly is what I'm getting. You got travel and service. This person's somewhere else, really? Something to do with your work? Yes. How about that? Be artistic and talk to someone. I feel like this is a bit of a porthole, a little bit of a look into the next steps that are coming up, because travel and service and be artistic and talk to someone. So this person that's coming in step two, that you're going to have to take it very slowly with, you're going to meet them through your work. Maybe when you've gone somewhere else, like it doesn't have to be another country, this travel card, it could be, just going to a different office down the road or whatever. Different location than you're usually in now. Your work, being artistic, being creative, and then you talking to them in there. So this person is coming in, this new relationship is coming in for you, the one that you want. You're going to have to take it very slowly though, very slowly. This isn't one to just dive into at all. Wow, there you go, shells. I hope you enjoyed that. If you do want step 3, step 4, step 5, then book in for that deeper dive. I'll pop a link for that up there. It's just 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars. And I'll send that right to you. I'm excited to see what step 3, 4, and 5 is for this one, for sure. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next time. Bye.